Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. It's our final day of daily color for the week. I am going to finish this page in Magical Worlds, Johanna Basford's new release. It has been a blast coloring with it using wet mediums. I've used the one, which was the Albrecht Dürer, but now I'm working on these three bottom images with the Inktense, and that has been great fun. They're a little intimidating, and I realize that when they dry, and the color is permanent. So keeping that in mind, I have been trying to do as best I can. Here's the frog I did yesterday. And I will confess, the first day, here's my mock-ups, the first day I did a complete mock-up. And I went through and picked all my colors. Yesterday, I did not. I just went for it. So we're going to try that again with the snail and the mushroom. And I see I'm getting overexposed. That is crazy. So I'm going to change my settings here. Yeah, see, I don't know why it does that. Let's just make it not be so bright. Okay. So, getting right to it, I am taking off my reading glasses. I had to put on my glasses this morning. I was naughty and I put away my pencils. So my pencils were all put away under my desk in the case, and I had to pull them all back out. It is in the AM today. It's a lovely, coolish morning for Florida, so I was able to go for the first time this year for a jog on the trail, which is like, this is my dream, is being able to get up in the morning, walk out my back door, 20 steps to the trail, and I'm off. And I have been working very hard all summer on my fitness level, and I made it, first I made it to the bridge. I made one little walking intermission, and then I kept going. I jogged all the way to what I call the library cutoff. I have not measured how far that is. I just grabbed one. It's red violet, which means that the red violet is the color of the mushroom, the little bit brighter purple that I've picked. And I'm going to go dry. Just put a little bit in between here. Be darker up toward the snail for the shadows. So I don't run far. I come from a very debilitating back injury 10 years ago, and this is the best shape I've been in my life. I exercise every day. I chose moving here because of all of the fitness amenities that come with living in a community like this, and it has been a godsend for me. Absolutely fantastic. It has taken me, like I went from using a cane to being able to walk without a cane, twisting my ankles a ton as I slowly ramped up. I mean, it has been a very slow, like a glacial pace of getting fit. And I can now do high impact Zumba, floor Zumba, and then we do aqua fitness, that's really was the trigger to get me back into that better shape. I've got my little brushes. I'm going to stick with the littlest one for the in-between all of these going to be pinkish dots. I have my paper towel here. I gotta grab, this is a big square of it, and I'm cutting off a piece because I will use it for drying the brush and for dabbing on the paper if I want to pick up some water. So, boy, and in the mornings, my vision is very different when I color in the afternoon. So, putting on my glasses again. Let's see if that works. I could turn on our light. Yep, so it feels really good to be able to work out and not feel hurting, not feel crippled, no pain. I have lung capacity now. I mean, it takes a long time when it's not like I just was an out of shape person. It's that I was an injured out of shape person that had 3 surgeries in a row to even get to the point of true recovery. And to those of you with spinal injuries that did not heal and you are not to your full exercise capacity. I have the deepest empathy for what you're feeling. I do have permanent nerve damage in my right leg, which is why I had the ankle twisting a lot. I have slowly overcome that, but I do wear ankle height shoes. Okay, so I like that. The only thing I would not mind is if I see where I set this. Red violet. I want to go a little darker under the snail. We're going to be coloring this pretty quickly. I have been informed that we are washing the truck today, and Hub is troubleshooting his bike that is not working. We have the same bike, so he is swapping my motor with his motor. I did just see him zoom by on the trail. The trail is very active. We're approaching our busy season, so that's the end of the top of the mushroom. Whatever is right next to it, I'm just grabbing colors. This is the dusky purple, and it is going to be the snail shell. Yes, so today is truck washing day, and that is a significant thing for us because it is a 1-ton Dodge dual-wheel drive and is very, very large. So it is time. So I said I'm going to try to run in and get this last little image colored. I do have to say, so Barb is one of my dear subscribers who sends me the most lovely chats in the comments, and her last chat was great and long, and because of us bringing in all our stuff from the U-Haul pod and my mom here, it has been so crazy busy this week that I have not compiled a nice message for her. So Barb, I am sorry. I am not mad at you. She talked about rainbows, and I'm going to be responding to that rainbow, and she thought maybe her comment about the rainbow and how a certain group of people feel about rainbows had offended me, but it has not. It just made me want to come up with a response to that so that everybody knows how I feel about rainbows. I am an artist. I love color. I am actually quite angry at the different groups, all different groups, who have taken the rainbow and have ruined it for everybody. And I just feel that a rainbow should be left alone. It is a part of nature, and everybody has the right to use it and not have it, I don't want, when I use a rainbow, for people to judge me for what they think I believe just because I colored a rainbow. I am an artist, and rainbows are beautiful, and I am going to use them. It's no more or less than that. So there you go. That is my thought on rainbows, and I was not offended at all. And I will keep using rainbows. So this, because I'm on my soapbox, was not as smooth. Oh, and it's still letting me work it. That is pretty darn good. All right. I was worried that I was on my soapbox and I wasn't going to be able to get this to soften the edges enough. I am looking at it through glasses. Maybe they're rose-colored glasses. But no, I think it's okay. Boy, I can't believe how bad my eyes are today. Again, if you don't feel that you're getting enough precision, get a small detail brush set. They are very inexpensive. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Oh, a yellow 57 Chevy golf cart. My mom's husband would be thrilled. I'm going to try something. Do you see that? I think my camera is starting to get overly sensitive to light. Okay, next. I do have in my hand the red oxide. So this is a little bit darker color. It is the color I'm going to use on the snail's body. But I want it to be pretty light. I got a little messy right on this one corner of his by his neck. So I've picked it up. So I went ahead and just did a light touch and then just did a quick wash. I could also have wetted his snail body first with water, then taken a light amount and applied it to the water from the brush. So we've got these little dots, and you know, I like to use those dots as the prompt for some shading. It's pretty wet though. There we go. So that's, now I want to spread that out and pick it up. I had mentioned yesterday that you absolutely can use a heat gun to help build your layers up a little more controlled and a little faster, but I don't want to deal with the noise while coloring with you guys, so I'm not going to do that. I'm still coloring to relax. Anyhow, so Barb, back to you. I am going to be responding. I know you don't watch every single day, every single video, but you kind of do the catch up. So I don't know when you will catch up to this, but no, I am absolutely not mad whatsoever. And I will be compiling, because I know you've responded now to a couple. We're on spring green, the lightest green. I'm going to be mixing the two greens. I don't know if I'm going to be able to mix the two greens. We'll do some spring green on the top of these leaves and then the olive on the bottom. I will be responding to your lovely chats. No offense at all taken about the rainbows, and I am so happy about my neons. I did get the first look done. With being as busy as I am, I still managed to do more coloring this week because part of my busyness is having to, I don't think I can get rid of that. I'm hoping the blue will cover that under his chin. The extra coloring I've been doing is actually dog watch coloring of fall images. So, which is this? Is this the spring green? I hear birds and I hear the squirrels. I actually saw sunflower seeds on my stoop. I have my little step in the back by the door. The bird feeder is not like super close though, so I'm not really sure. I know that the birds are messy. I don't think that the birds, judging on the size, that they are sunflower seed birds, so I think they are shoving them out and then the squirrels get them in the morning. But why they've been putting the black seeds all the way over here on my stoop, I am not sure. So that's the light spring green. The darker green is olive green, which I have to find here. Light olive, actually, 1540. So we're running out of official Halloween time. It's the 27th today. So I think what I'm going to do, because I'm not quite done with this book, the newness of the book, I think I'm going to make myself dive into the pumpkin page tomorrow. And I told you that the Albert Durr, I colored with a couple of polychromos because that's actually the set I'm supposed to be using next. So instead, I am going to color that pumpkin page with polychromos starting tomorrow. I just committed. So now that I've said it out loud, that's what I will do. Okay, we've got leaves finished. And I never color in the stars, by the way. I might do that today. So we've got this color. I only grabbed one. This is the cadmium yellow. I've been using that. And I'm going to, that's kind of a wet brush. Oh, those aren't yellow. That's all I have for yellow are these stars. I have to do that light pink. I think I just grabbed that. Yep. red oxide is going to be the colors of the mushroom spots. It'll also be the stem and the underside. This is a really pretty mushroom. I like it. I think it's one of my favorites. Alright, let's see what we can do. I might. The surface is a little bit larger surface. So I'm grabbing my silver brush. I do have the small one still in my hand. Yep, see, I see the squirrels. You know what they're doing? I have a mat. It has little holes in it. So it's kind of a tall mat. I think the squirrels are hiding the sunflower seeds in those little holes. That is what that looks like to me now that I see them over there. I even had one little squirrel come up to my, it's a glass, the glass goes way down low so I can actually see out like it's a window. I had one come up to the window and knock on it. It's like, what do you want? What do you think? Maybe at some other house they're used to getting fed a treat. When I was a kid at my grandma's house, oh, the birds, there's birds there and the squirrels, and somebody came by on a bike and they all ran off. All right, that's the end of the mushroom. See, I talked about Barb. Hopefully I will get a chance today to... We've got some flowers to do. I want blue. I've got two blues. I have sea blue. Here's Lagoon. This is the sky blue. But I have the other blue, which is sea blue. And then I have a bright green, but I think I'm going to do sea blue for these. And then I have the blue-green, the frog color. You can see the side of him here. I will do that for those little bottom flowers. So I think my recliner is going to stay down here. It is the most relaxing spot and way more aesthetically pleasing than up staring at a TV. Okay, I'm going to try to turn on the light again. I see that. I do think my camera has some issues. I need the light. It's not for you guys to have the light. I need to see better. Okay, so we're going to try dabbing. These are such vivid colors. I think the biggest problem, I would have to apply onto a palette if I wanted a soft color tone. They're all very deep. They don't necessarily have the earthy, natural look to them. because they are so darn vivid. But if you love color, boy, these are great pencils for color and vibrancy. Alright, now I'm getting really picky. There's a little bit of... There's that resist right by the black lines where the pigment is heaviest. Is very challenging sometimes. Okay, so that's that. I see that I want, those are the blues. I'm going to keep Lagoon out. Lagoon I will be using very soon. The greens, did I grab? I might not have. Oh, the frog's green. I'm going to have to pause and dig out the frog's green for these flowers down at the bottom. I found it. It is teal green 1300. And I am going to just go ahead. It's in my hand with Lagoon because Lagoon is my last color. Oh, I took off too much. What I should have done here, I'm gonna lighten that up a little bit. What I should have done was do the wet first. So these are now wet. Now I'm going to pick up color. What I ended up with was a blob because I went wet on dry. So I didn't get that nice watercolor effect. Ooh, that's really got enough pigment there. Doing my dabbing to soften up my lines. All right, looking good. I want to put that away. I have a tiny bit of spring green, and then I'll do my background and we are done for the week. Such a sense of accomplishment. I posted last night using the random number generator. There are 3 pencil sets for the camping page in Romantic Country. I'm not sure when I will get to it, but it would be great if we could already have, you know, all the voting done and I know what we're going to do so that when I finally can get myself to where I can break away from this, I will be all ready to get going in Romantic Country. I did the random number generator through 34 sets, and any set that was going to be less than a 120, I just skipped it and only one popped up. It was a 50 set. I think it was the Castle Arts Metallics. I was like, no, I can't really be using that set. That just wouldn't have been a result on that page that I would have wanted. And I know what my favorite set is, so can't wait to see what you guys decide. So go vote. This is where I want to hide the pink outside the lines on his chin. Make it darker here. Oh, so many walkers. Such a nice sight to see. When it's sweltering hot out and humid, you don't see very many people. My husband, because he's out there working, and he's a trooper. And there's this one gal who walks diligently every day, more than one lap. The trail is 2.2 miles long, and I think she might walk both, all the one length and all the way the other. And then there's a couple who walk. I see them all over. They walk way more than just the trail. Somebody did a measurement of just the streets here. Over 14 miles of streets in the community if you walk all of them, including the cul-de-sac, which we're on a cul-de-sac. And that's not including the trail, I don't think. I think it was just paved roads. All right, let's see if that is enough to get us started. Oh, and Hub is back. I'm gonna see if I need to pause for a moment or if I can just finish. I'll let him know where I am at. All right, Hub is settled. We are just about done. Let's see if we can. I might have this a little wet. I see glistening water. I believe that I have masked my over the line coloring there of the pink. Oh, and now I got his head. I went under the line. I'm kind of okay with a little bit of over the lines. It gives it a whimsical, handmade. This is what we say in card making. If you, make a mistake, it just looks handmade. So I can stick with that. Hub was just telling me that we like pot roast once in a while, so he bought a pot roast. And we have packed all the way back from Washington State our crock pot. I think he bought the crock pot many years ago maybe even for this purpose. So he put it on normal temp and then turned it on low and went to bed. And it's fall apart, melty meat. So that made him happy. And I can smell it. And that is what I get to have for my breakfast lunch when I finish. Okay, that side looks pretty good, although I'm gonna find, here's Lagoon. I forgot to put it in my hand. I want to make a couple of these spots darker. Okay. Now comes the hard part. My knuckle. I've noticed a couple of days that my knuckle gets right in the way of everything. I need a little more water. I just get the top here wet. So see, so that right there was an example, I think, of a successful application. If you want light colors, I'm going to say wet your paper, put a little bit of the ink on your brush tip, and brush it lightly to get a flow and keeping it as light as you can. There's this little line here, roll the way down. I'm actually okay with that. It just kind of looks, again, looks handmade. So I think that's it for me. I might close out as I do a last little bit here and there. So I hope you have enjoyed this week's coloring with me. Next week again we're going to start with the pumpkin. It'll be polychromos all the way. I have them out too, so that's nice. They're right here handy. So do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and consider subscribing. And we will be back here for a short weekly color today, and then tomorrow continuing on. We will see you then.